$98 at cost.
I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. Good grief. Oh my God. Oh. I wasn't expecting that. Jesus. Nothing like a white woman yelling in your ear in the morning millionaire morning show. Good Jesus Christ. What is happening out here in these streets?
Let's go to fill up my tank. $98.
Hearing news this week that the United Nations had a vote on whether or not food was a right, and finding out that the United States is the only country that said no, really doesn't make me want to go outside. It doesn't make me want to pay my bills. It doesn't make me want to do anything. Honestly, it's lengthening the deep sadness that I feel living in this country that already existed. Food isn't...
Then leave. Then leave. You know how they always say to black people, or I even say it, listen, if you don't like what's going on over here, and you think that Africa is the motherland, then why don't you move back to Africa? Why don't you move back to the mountains of Caucasus with your nose earring? Why don't you leave? If you don't like what's happening over here and you don't like the cost of food, I watched a documentary last night on my way to sleep, right? And it was a really good documentary, and it's on Netflix if y'all want to check it out. It's the number one most watched thing as far as yesterday. It was the number one most watched thing. And it was basically, I forgot what it was called, but it was a documentary based off of the guy trying to understand where people live the longest and what contributes to that life, right? And so the part that he went to is Okinawa, Japan. Okinawa, Japan is largely considered the place where people go to live the longest. It's their lifestyle, it's the food that they eat and all of this other type of stuff. And what I found out during this documentary is that food was largely considered a scarcity back, decades ago, to where they then incentivized more people to farm and create more food in order for us to be able to feed the world. Well, as a result of that, what they did was they started making it more colorful. They started adding more sugar. What it did was it produced way more calories to be able to fill you up faster, but not necessarily add any sustenance into your life. But they found out that based off of what the FDA recommended of 2,000 calories per person, but they was producing on average about 4,000 calories worth of food per person, and that they needed to sell that food. And so what they did was they started making it more colorful. They started marketing it a little bit differently. They started adding high fructose corn syrup. They started adding things that make you more addictive, more sugar to it, but it didn't add any more value into your life. And so if you go over to Okinawa, they have a lot more food that takes a lot less calories, and it's produced naturally, which helps you live a longer life and you get more fulfilled. Whereas over here, we eat less. You can eat a hamburger that gives you 750, 1,000 calories. You can eat a whole meal over there that gives you 350 calories, and it's more fulfilling. It fills you up faster, and it doesn't actually make you less healthy. And so it's funny when I hear people like this talk about stuff like this, because he doesn't even understand that he's a part of the system that then continues to perpetuate the worst thing that's for us, while also giving money over into the coffers of the federal government and the Food Administration. And why do men wear bull rings inside of their nose? Nikki, I agree. Those bull rings piss me off also. I don't understand why people, let alone men, put a bull ring right here on their nose. What is that supposed to symbolize?
Isn't a fucking right?
Yo, this world is so...
And no, food is not a right. Water is not a right. Water and food is something that you have to pay for in order for you to be able to survive. It is not a right.
Backwards. I'm tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I'm tired of not...
Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. I just got to do something real quick. Reading that super chat shortly. Come on, y'all. When we look at these videos and these TikToks, you got to take into consideration who the people are that are saying this. This woman does not look like she is missing any meals at all. Not one meal. I mean, respectfully, respectfully, I cannot understand how people that are humongous are complaining about a food shortage or how much food costs. You can cut at least for the next 2 to 3 months, you can cut your bills significantly and put that money into something else and invest in it. Honestly, genuinely, I'm honest about it. Yo, I've never seen a space where the most overweight country in the world are the ones that's complaining the most about money and food.
Being able to afford daycare because it's the cost of my weekly pay for one day. I'm tired of spending
And who is having kids with these women? Who are having kids with these women? What the heck is going on out in these streets? Dog, that's what I'm saying. When I go in the grocery store and I see these women, I'll be walking around with all of these little munchkins, and they just be having rolls on rolls and rolls and muffin tops on top of muffin tops on top of muffin tops with no waist trainer. I'll be like, man, that's crazy, bro.
$200+ a week just to feed my family.
Now, this is one time that I believe that she probably under-reporting how much money she's spending on food. I believe that she's under-reporting. I'm going to drop the link in the chat for y'all to be able to cam up, but I believe that she's under-reporting.
I'm tired of filling my gas tank twice a week when I go to work twice a week and work from home the other days. I'm tired of working 2 jobs just to live the bare minimum, just to make it. This economy is not...
Y'all think that big girls need love too? I disagree. If you disagree with me, I just put the link in the chat for you to be able to cam up.
Set up for families or working moms. I'm just tired.
I disagree.
You make too much for government assistance, so we can't approve you. But you don't make enough to live, so...
I'm literally on the cusp of really just giving the fuck up. I'm so exhausted of pretending to be okay and then people still demanding me to be more, to be bigger.
Only if you disagree with me, cam up.
For their
Only
own
if you disagree
personal
with me.
enjoyment, but not for my
I'll bring
own
y'all up
mental
shortly.
fucking health. I find it very exhausting as a woman, as a black woman, as a...
I can't stand the whole black woman thing. What do y'all hold on, just curious. Do y'all think that gives what you saying more weight when you say as a woman, as a black woman? Is that supposed to mean something to us more than what regular people or whatever ever anybody else is saying? Is it supposed to be meaningful to us that y'all say that you a black woman and your opinion is supposed to hold more weight as a result of it? Just curious. Is it supposed to be more meaningful to us because you say that as a black woman, that it hit different? Is it supposed to hit me different? Is it supposed to be more meaningful to me? I'm just curious. Is it supposed to be more meaningful to me? Because you said as a black woman.
Queer black woman?
I didn't know she was going to throw that last part in there too. Hold on. Let me rewind this a little bit.
Bigger, to be better for their own personal enjoyment, but not for my own mental fucking health. I find it very exhausting as a woman, as a black woman, as a queer black woman, to have to be everything for everybody. Women want me to be their best friend and confidant and their advice giver and leech all of my energy to bring them joy. Men want me to give them seduction. They want me to smile. They want me to only give the right answers and allow them to be in charge. Society wants me to shut up, go to work, be quiet, do as I'm told. My family wants me to be a support system, consistently giving all of myself as if I haven't become a completely new person since.
I got a question, y'all. What does it mean to be queer? What does it mean to be queer? I thought it was only two different people. I thought it was gay and not gay. Now we got so many different letters being stolen in the alphabet. I'm going to look it up so that I'm not ignorant to this. Queer. I'm going to literally pull this up for y'all really quickly. Hold on. Because I don't want to be ignorant, and I want to make sure that I'm having this conversation. I'm going to pull it up. Give me a second. I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to pull up exactly what the definition is. All right. Give me a second. I just Googled it. Now, this is according to Google. All right? This is according to Google. To be queer is strange and odd. That's the first thing that came up. It says that you strange and odd. Fan, are you queer? I know you definitely odd. Definitely strange. But I don't think that that's the entirety of the definition. Shout out to Fan in the chat. You'll be more than welcome to be able to help me to understand it a little bit better. Denoting or relating to sexual or gender identity that does not correspond with established ideas of sexuality and gender, especially heterosexual norms. So, you different. It's saying you strange, you odd, and you different according to the definition. Those are the adjective version of the definition. The verb definition says, look, I just put queer in Google. This is what it says. The verb definition of it, this part, says spoil or ruin. Noun. Offensive. I don't know what this is. View definition. That's what the definition says. This is what Google is telling me. Y'all need to be careful with how y'all identify yourselves as. That's what it says. Literally, that's what it says on my screen is the definition. I could be wrong, but it's telling me something different. So let's continue. All right? That's what I'm saying. Words mean things. You got to be careful with what you identify yourself as before you just start saying it based off of what somebody else tells you. You have to get the full understanding of it. And so when I don't understand something, I start to do a little bit of a deep dive, right? And I'm open to the possibility of y'all telling me something different. I dropped the link in the chat. I pinned it to the top of the chat. If anybody has any disagreement with me or they want to tell me something different, you're more than welcome to be able to jump on the live stream right now. And you don't even have to get on camera if you don't want to. I don't see, y'all was talking all of this stuff. Y'all had disagreements with regard to Oprah. You had disagreements with regard to the union. You had disagreements with regard to profiling and jugging. You had disagreements when it comes to student loans. I don't see nobody in the chat. Y'all know that we do this every Friday, that I drop the link in the description for y'all to be able to, or in the chat, for y'all to be able to cam up and say whatever it is that y'all want to say. I don't see nobody saying nothing, and now everybody want to be quiet, but everybody was gangster inside of the chat. Let's continue.
Since I've been an adult, my boss needs me to be attentive, detail-oriented, focused, as if the world around me isn't completely crumbling into shit and I don't have enough money to pay my goddamn bills or clean water to drink in some areas of America, and then we still have to just smile and pretend like everything's okay. I just have to give too much. It's too fucking much, and I'm really tired. I have this constant need for escapism because I'm trying to bleed out of the skin.
Why do y'all keep throwing ism on everything, thinking that that's going to give it any more weight on the word? You know, I have this escapism that I'm doing and this evaluatism that I need to do. Like, come on, y'all.
Of capitalist individualist society, but I am sucked back in because I'm
about to pull you
I'm
up,
forced
Niecy.
to, and I'm really about to quit on y'all and leave this fucking place. I want to leave. I want to leave America. I want to leave corporate world. I want to leave the idea of how I should be a woman. I just want to be. I just want to be without any transcriptions of how I should be.
Okay, then leave. And don't worry about how you got to feed yourself or nothing like that. Just leave, just go, just bounce, and just keep it pushing.